Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another brand new day. Yes, indeed. And my kitty is sincerely and severely annoying this morning. First thing I do when I come in here every single morning, right around anywhere between, 5:30 and 6 o'clock, first thing I do is I crack open a can of food and feed her. Well, it's 6:57. And for the past 45 minutes, she's been saying, "You need to feed me," because she wants me to feed her again. Thumbs up, she's being very annoying. But at least she's alive, so I'm not going to complain too much. Therapy today, so very minor editing on the videos. Thumbs up on that. Gojira is still doing well. She is asleep in her little nest down here. And of course, little Dust Mop is doing well, and Saber is doing well. In fact, every single one of them was up this morning. They all attacked their water bottles, and she attacked her little water dish. But even little Figmo still hanging in there. I mean, he's not sick or injured. He's just old, and he's got underlying health issues that are, it's helping to burn him out faster. But past that, he's got his nest down inside of there, and I make sure that I put food so that he can get to it. And he was over at his little water bottle drinking. So he's doing as well as he can. He's doing as good as he can. He's a good little guy. I need to move this little cage over further because Amelia is very silly. She jumps into hamster cages. Not to get the hamsters, but just to lie down in the bedding. So he doesn't need her jumping in there to sleep in the bedding while he's trying to just live his life. So thumbs up on that. She doesn't do it a lot of times. It's just she doesn't hurt indoor rodents. I mean, I've mentioned before that I have had rodents escape out of their cages, their homes, and once she was out in the hall and the hamster got out into the hall with her, and it was just playing with her tail, and she was just flicking her tail and just watching it and not hurting it. And another time, one of my other hamsters got out and was running along the floor, and she walked out from beside this thing here, and the little hamster ran out between her feet. She didn't mind. But when she gets outside, before she got older, she was hell on the outside world. At the same time that she was killing everything that moved out there, she was just letting them run around here around her feet. She knows the difference. She's a very smart cat. Definitely a thumbs up on that. Past that, still just dealing with a whole bunch of stuff. As I don't know if I stated this or not. I do have therapy today. So I've got to get this done early, hence the no real special editing. Last week was not good. I still get, I think it was a migraine, because I still get the occasional migraine every once in a while. 20 years ago, before the year 2000, I used to get 2 or 3 migraines a month. Then I got sober. And then my migraine spiked and dropped precipitously. I got sober, and then they went like this, because they've been going like, oh, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad, and then whoosh. And since then, I have 2 or 3 migraines a year, max. Well, last week, it was like a spike through my head, and then the spike went in, and then 2 other spikes that came out in my eyes, and it was horrible. I had terrible disassociative feelings from my body. I just felt awful. So, yay. But I feel much better physically. And I have been in a trough, been going down into a major trough. I've been withdrawing online and just, slowly pulling inward. I felt that change. I'm starting to be more outward again online, because I do that. I reach out in a bubble, and I contact people, and I do things, and I talk, and I get involved, and then I pull it back in for whatever reason. I don't know why. And then I just isolate again. And then everyone else is left just going, well, where did he go? I've been isolating, pulling back inward, but trying my best to push outward. Still going to be recording more with Russian timing. Thumbs up on that. But lately, I have felt the bubble go boom, and I'm starting to reach outward again. Plus, I have felt that I'm gone on my cyclical depression, and I'm starting to climb up out of the trough. So that is a very good thing. Definitely a thumbs up on that. Definitely a thumbs up on that. Oh, there was some other stuff that I wanted to talk about real quick though. Oh yeah, on my story. Of course, more story talk. With this one bone-hurting juice world. I've mentioned before because I think it's really fascinating. I'm chewing on it a lot. With the undead plague that happened in the Calendris that I've mentioned. There was an undead plague that broke out because of really bad things in the history of the world, along with really good things that counteract all that. And that this magical undead plague burst out in the Calendris Mountains of this world. Everybody, like 4 million people who lived in that area, everybody died. Every single man, woman, and child. Because the magical plague got in, and when it affects you, you die. Your body lives, you die. And then your body just wants to kill. So it looks for living human beings, bites, that transmits the magical infection. Your victim dies. Complete personality erasure. Just an animal looking for another living human being to bite and kill, transmit the infection. Everyone died. But after 100 years, they started waking up. 1% of the remaining population every year wakes up. They can remember everything but who they were. Now, the thing I've wanted to talk about is with sex and gender, because these are a people that all of their flesh has rotted off. They have no more sex. Their sexes rotted with their flesh. They're just bones. But they're alive, animated by the magical plague. But the thing is, while they don't remember personally who they were, because they can remember everything about past life except personal details, whoever they were is gone. All of their knowledge that they had, still there. But who they were, everything about them, hit the delete button, send them out with a factory fresh reset. And that's what happened. They remember men and women. They see men and women out in the world, but they have no sexes anymore. But they do have gender feelings. So each one of them, looking out into the world, remembering, they have to examine their feelings. Do I feel feminine or masculine? And if you feel feminine, then you identify as female. And if you feel masculine, you identify as masculine. That changes over time. You may have some undead calendrist person that has been identified as big, masculine person. They're still just bones, but they've been identified as masculine. Now all of a sudden they realize, I don't feel like that anymore. I feel more this way. So all of a sudden they just change because there's nothing. All they have is gender identification. What a world, what a people these people are. So Ilchenka, in my story with the bone-hurting juice with Scarbat and I can't remember the full name, like Meliador, who is the Dwaylen. She just identifies as female because she feels feminine. Now, what do they do? Well, she wears a wig under her hood because she wears a hood a lot. Things like that. It's how you identify, how you feel. They want to be normal and deal with the rest of the world. That's why they knock their own teeth out, so that they won't be seen as a threat, so that they can interact with the rest of the world. So thumbs up on that. I really chew on this stuff. I love doing that. All of this background stuff that maybe this much of what I've written will get spread out through this much of the book, but this much of it is there for me to know. And that's the awesome part about world building. It's a very, very good thing. Definitely a thumbs up. Also, my life has not changed a whole lot because of this whole... Whoopsie, I'm going to have to edit that now, just so I don't get demonetized. I have to remember, like 10 minutes and 40 seconds. My life has not changed too much because of the covfefe bug. We're supposed to be self-isolating. Ever since my wife died, I have been self-isolating just because of depression and social anxiety. So right now, there's not a whole lot of change to my life. I've only really been going out walkies, usually when it's darker. And if not when it's darker, I don't walk around with other people. I don't like crowds. I never have liked crowds, even when I was married, even before then. You know, the beginnings of my social anxiety started decades back. So, I mean, even there was, when you get married, you even kind of self-isolate as you get older. You don't go out and do parties. You hang out with your partner and you do things at home. And because my partner was dying, spent 10 years out of our 12-year marriage slowly dying in front of my eyes, we self-isolated a lot because she couldn't go places. Just traveling from inside of the house, getting ready to go places, and then getting to the vehicle, and then being driven places, that exhausted my wife. She had heart valves put in, and radiation and chemotherapy had damaged her heart and her lungs. So by the time she was in her mid-30s, oh, it was bad. So yeah, I've been isolating for a very long time. And even before that, when I went to work, I came home, and then I drank until I blacked out, woke up, went to work, came home, drank until I blacked out. So my life is not incredibly different right now. The only thing that's really a big thing is buying things at stores. I still need to buy things like food and stuff because I don't have a ton of money. And even when I have money, I let my housemates use my car, and they use my car a lot. And it needs work, so even when I can drive it, I don't want to drive it far because I don't want it to break down. So generally, I have to carry my groceries when I buy them, which I don't mind. If I can walk, I'd like to walk. And if I can carry my groceries, I would rather carry them. It's when I buy stuff that I can't carry that I need my vehicle for. But past that, it's just, I only go out, early morning or late night. I generally avoided people. Well, late night is like after 7 o'clock when people are starting to settle down anyway. So for self-isolation, not that terrible right now. But of course, there's a difference between voluntarily doing something and being told you can't do something. Before, when I was self-isolating because of social anxieties and just not wanting to go places, that was my choice. And so, not an issue. Now that we have to self-isolate unless we want to get sick, now I'm getting cabin fever from the walls in here. Of course. Not bad. It's just suddenly my voluntarily placed fences are being replaced by externally placed walls. And when I put up my walls, that's a sense of comfort. When the walls are put there from other people in society, that's tight and unpleasant. So I can understand why people want to go out. And this is going to be a big major change on everything. So Thumbs up for that. Since if we do this right, it needs to go on for over a year. Because at any time during all this, we let our guards down, it comes roaring back. Thumbs up. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. Good, bad, indifferent. You took the time. You expended the calories. Thank you very much. Definitely a thumbs up. If I mispronounce a username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. We're just not good at that. And of course, yes. I smoke cannabis. Remember, I don't have... God dang it. Now at 15 minutes, I got to edit that one out too. So I'm still okay. But even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my depression, why am I doing this? Fibromyalgia and more, I'm amazed I can remember anything at all. Thumbs up for that. So let me call it my crone. We have Maximo Moreno. Thank you very, very much. I'm Bailey Snyder. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, all the truck drivers. Oh boy, our society is close to breakdown. Michael Payton, greatly appreciated. Ahmed Chelik, thank you very, very much. Kathy Kitskat, good to see you in the comments. B, thumbs up and thank you. Very cool, greatly appreciated. This guy, thumbs up and thank you. Confused Owl 29, and that will be good to see some videos from you. AA, thumbs up. Gruffers, I like the name. Hot Coffee, greatly appreciated. Jimmy Johansson, thumbs up. Sebastian Ferris, how about that? And thank you. Connor Noble, greatly appreciate. We have The Comical Canadian, thumbs up and thank you. Ghosty Guts, thank you very, very much. Aryan Sharma, thumbs up. Liking the covers, 4963, thank you very, very much. Totally, thumbs up and thank you. We have Pandora NYC1, thumbs up and thank you. Good to see you in the comments. Hope to see you some more. We have Midas, thumbs up and thank you. Mr. Crowbar, sometimes you need one. Thumbs up and thank you. We have bush crafting skills and practice. Definitely a thumbs up. And last but not least, Russian timing. Hope to see you in the comments more. Hope to talk to you on Facebook and other chatting things more. Hope to see you in a video game that we can both be posting. Definitely a thumbs up on that. Thank you, each and every one of you, for getting me out of my head and into the world, dealing with the real people, if only in text. Definitely a good thing, especially with everything going on now. You need those human connections. If you could check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. If you wanted to help me out, but you didn't want to send money to one of those two places, excuse me, if you could check out the PayPal link down below, that would be very cool. And if you wanted to support me, didn't want to send money, I have an Amazon wishlist link down below as well. If you could check that out, definitely a thumbs up. Now, do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you can toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get for my existence. A definite thumbs up. And of course, if you could subscribe to the channel and hit that bell, that would be very cool and greatly appreciated. Definitely a thumbs up and a good thing. Now, I would understand if you did not wish to, but if you are down with it, I will do my very best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. Definitely a thumbs up on that. Well, I've got this video. I have another video to edit and render. Technically, I have another video just to edit and render. So if I don't want to, I don't have to record anything today. But it fills the empty places in my life to do so. And if I didn't, I'd go nuts from boredom. So yeah, there's going to be recording going on. Definitely a thumbs up. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And remember, wash your hands. Don't touch your face unless you're in the privacy of your own home and you've already cleaned the inside. Then you're fine. It's outside world touch to your face that's bad. But make sure your hands are clean before you do so, or inside your home. Thumbs up. Take care. Have a great day.